Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback as that sails.
This is it. 19. 54 Mike. We own them. We own them. Share.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man, here's Foster. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. Now a carry for Brown. And an alley to run. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And a solid run down inside the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. Open man is Anderson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Move those chains. That's good for another Jacksonville first and goal at the 9-yard line.
We're set. 19. Mark 54. Alert. Need some therapy after this.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tony Pollard with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Slant. So don't say nothing. Inside. 56. Mike's 56. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He'll get this to Eckler. And he coughed it up.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, high 7. Also over here.
Now Rodgers. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54. Oh, you got deep?
From the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Jaguars 7, Chiefs nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Set. 19. 54 miles. 55. Showing up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Tony Pollard making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over. We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on second down, Watson flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson now to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Pollard. Tyler Lancaster on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's right, baby.
On second down now, Pollard. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tony Pollard now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 21-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Now Gordon on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Check. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 5. 56 to Mike, boys. 50.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards that time.
25 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Chiefs 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Hey,
now Watson operating from the gun. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Robbie Anderson. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Hauschka adds the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think this.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Mike 50. I'm going to run you over.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 43-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
It got his man complete. 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Prater for the extra point.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Let's go.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Switch. Check your hot read. Mike 56.
Running on first down, Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Hey, take 26. 56, Mike 56. Let's go. Back more.
From the 44, Rodgers. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
56, Mike 56. Shut, right. Shoot, watch the shoot again.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Austin Eckler, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
We're set. Like any egg. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. And let's go.
From the 17, Watson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On the ground, it's Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 25-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Too little, Check 30. Uncle, over here. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 319.
Now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll rifle this one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Here is Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Box it, box it, box it, box it. 56 to Merck. 56. Back north. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Yeah, Liz. Kill.
From the 39, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Let's go.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our 56 to 26. Check 56. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Here's Rodgers. He gets it complete to Harris. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
319. Squish, double. He's checking. Crash. Yeah.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Strong right.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They run the counter. Pollard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Big stop, let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Kauschka's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the made field goal, Kauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.